Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of 1998 Represent. On this episode, we're taking a look at Forsaken 64, specifically the Nintendo 64 version. This game was also released on PlayStation and Windows in 1998. Let me grab my notes for this game. So the Nintendo 64 version was released on April 30th, 1998. Like I said, it was also released on PlayStation as well as Windows. It was developed by Iguana UK for the Nintendo 64. Also on the project was Probe Entertainment. From what I was reading, I think they did the PlayStation version and also the version for Windows. However, when you load up the Nintendo 64 version, their logo shows up as well. So they were probably involved throughout the entire process. Multiple studios, published by Acclaim. Let's see what we have here. So they also re-released the game in 2018 for Windows, Mac OS, Linux, and also the Xbox One. I haven't tried that remaster, but if it's available on like Steam or something, I might give it a shot. I remember this game being pretty fun. I think I rented it back when it came out, and then also I do own the cartridge as well. It's basically a 3D first-person shooter, essentially, but you are moving around in like 3 dimensions because you're basically a little like spaceship or spacecraft, and it plays very much like the classic Descent. So like or the PC classic Descent. You're moving a ship around, going up and down, left to right. Moving forward, firing on enemies, getting upgrades for your ship, and just trying to complete various levels. Let's see. I picked up this copy that I owned in 2020. So when lockdowns were going a thing, I started collecting a lot of Nintendo 64 stuff. It was like the last console I had before I got a PlayStation 2, and we just got back into N64 gaming. And so this is the copy I have. Probably picked it up for about $10. Don't know what it goes for now. But it had been a while since I had played it, so it took a while to get used to kind of the controls and maneuvering the ships around and stuff like that. So yeah, own that. There was some weird advertising for this game in various like Electronic Gaming Monthly. I remember seeing advertisements for it in like PC Gamer. The image up there is the box art for the Nintendo 64 version, and I kind of thought the advertising for it was really weird, but it also kind of piqued my interest in the game back when it came out, because you have this lady with this tattoo on her cheek. It just reminded me of the time of just like really weird advertising for video games. I remember like Parallax is probably the most notable version of this, where it's like a space shoot 'em up game, but the cover has like an old just guy with a big beard, like kind of like a hillbilly kind of character with a banjo. And it has nothing to do with the game at all, but just really weird kind of advertising art. And in cases like Forsaken and Parallax, it was actually the box art as well for the game. So just kind of like a really weird time period for video game and computer game advertising. There's like a really weird, even though it's directly related to the game, I remember like a really weird advertisement for Tomb Raider 2 back in like 1997, where the guy had like a shrine for Lara Croft in his room, and it was just like really weird. It kind of like really didn't describe the game. It was just kind of like this super weird advertising, but I think it worked in those cases, because it made people be like, what the heck is this? What's going on here? So I remember it kind of piquing my interest with just seeing this artwork in the video game magazines. There was going to be a Sega Saturn version of the game as well. However, that version got canceled because I think basically at some point Acclaim just stopped supporting the console. And then I think Sega stopped supporting it like around the time that this would have come out as well. Like I think this came out in like the late spring 1998. And from what I remember reading in Electronic Gaming Monthly, the kind of U.S. side or the North American side of the Sega Saturn game releases was really kind of starting to slow down at that time. And I think by like midsummer, they were pretty much done, and then they were kind of on to the Dreamcast after that. This game for PC was also, since it used a lot of 3D graphics and was kind of pushing technology a little bit, it was bundled. I didn't know this until I did my research on this, but it was bundled with a lot of 3D video cards during the time to kind of showcase what those cards were capable of doing and what the games would look like using those graphics cards. The music in the game is by a group called The Swarm, who I'm not familiar with them, but it is made up of Dominic Glynn and Stephen Root. I imagine that's a different Stephen Root than the Stephen Root that most of us know from like Office Space and News Radio and all that. The game came out to fairly good reviews overall. It's definitely a fun shooter. We're going to jump into some gameplay in just a moment. So yeah, that's going to do it for this portion. We're going to actually get a switch over to the gameplay. We're playing this through a Nintendo 64 emulator, but we'll be right back with that in just a second. All right, and we are now back in Forsaken 64. Go ahead and get the game started here. Check our options here. Take a look at what the controls do. It's kind of been a while since I played it, so control stick is your direction, A is forward, B is backwards, the C buttons are strafing, fire primary, fire secondary, A and B for nitro, control pad down, cycle your primary, your secondary, and pause. Alright, cool. Alright, so we're picking our ship here. I don't remember if any of these had any kind of special abilities or if they were kind of the same.
Locusana.
Go with that one. I'm definitely digging the music. It's been a while since I played it, but the music is pretty good. Alright, let's jump into the game here.
The game begins. There is carnage ahead, and for the victor, there is honor and the spoils of battle. For the vanquished, there is pain and humiliation. Failure is not an option for the Forsaken.
Alright, so let's take a look. That's movement, or directional movement. We can strafe, fire, forward, backward. Alright. That thing gonna go down? Alright, got it. Where we gotta go. Got that thing. Gotta find some shields or something. Alright, got blown up, alright. The game is kind of hard to control, so it's pretty challenging. Let's start over here. I think we're just trying to look for like an exit to get out. Where is that fire coming from? I wonder if the enemies don't respawn, because I don't necessarily know if it's starting over or just starting you off where you were without enemies being around. Because there's no enemies now, it seems like. Got an upgrade? I think it's... Let's see what we got.
Scatter. Orbital.
Alright, so got some new weapons there.
Power pod.
Power pod, don't exactly know what that does. It might just be like a health upgrade. We got a lot of enemies in here. More upgrades or health maybe?
Shield. Mark.
Let's see where we gotta go. Looks like that's
Ammo.
weapon energy, so that's just ammo, I think. So there's a map. Oh, that fires a missile. I think I just wasted that. Have I already been up here?
Solaris.
Thought I heard some enemies down here, maybe? Not really sure where to go, but see where we can go. Let's see what we can do. Usually in these kind of games, once you get to a large group of enemies, you kind of know you're going the right direction. Can I not get through that? Okay, here we go. Let's go down here. Hopefully we're going the right way. That puts me back here. I think we've already been through here. I'm hearing lasers going off, so. Where to go? Clear the plane of all enemies. So, okay, so I definitely know there's more enemies around. And I definitely heard some of them firing shots off, so. Okay, I'm hearing them again. I'm not sure where they're at though. Okay, I'm hearing them but not seeing them. Okay, this looks new. I don't know if they're in here yet. There we go. Alright, there we go. These kind of games I've never really been good at because the whole moving around in 3 dimensions thing, plus like there's no map, so it's really easy to get just kind of lost and kind of like lose your bearings in these kind of games. They're still pretty fun though. So 100% kills, took us 12 minutes to get through that. 3 of the nights expired. Not a very good hit percentage, but I think that's going to do it for this video. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll be back again in a few days. I think we'll be doing another album. We got video game, album, movie. Yeah, so we'll be doing another album next, and then we'll be doing another video game after that. Again, don't know what album it's going to be, don't know what movie we're going to be watching next, but it'll all be from 1998. So again, that's going to do for now. Thanks again for watching. Take care and have a good one. See ya.